Women can easily pick up on a man's confidence without thinking about it. When a woman sees that a man lacks confidence, it can change how she feels about him. Respect is key to attraction, and when it disappears, interest can drop. Many men don't see how their actions affect how others view them. They might think they are being nice or considerate, but sometimes their behavior can actually make them seem less important in a relationship, especially in today's quick dating world. Global trust is very important. Women have many options and often prefer those who are confident and self-assured. However, confidence isn't only about money or physical power. A person can be financially successful but still have trouble in relationships if they show behaviors that create distance. On the other hand, someone without financial success can still have strong relationships if they show confidence and emotional stability. This is why understanding how we see each other in relationships is important. Often when interest starts to fade, it happens slowly. A partner might become distant, test limits, or change their focus without saying why. Recognizing these signs early can help prevent misunderstandings and make connections stronger. By understanding the small signs that affect love and relationships, you can be more aware of how you show yourself. Today, we will look at important behaviors that can change how others see you and how minor adjustments can strengthen and improve your relationships. When a woman feels that you depend on her support, it can change how she sees you. Many men don't even notice they are doing this. They often look for reassurance. Trying too hard to please or change oneself to get her approval can make you seem insecure, which can lessen attraction. Confidence is essential in relationships. Women usually prefer men who take charge instead of those who are passive. If someone relies too much on approval from others, it can show they lack confidence, and this can affect how they are viewed. Always texting and waiting for a reply can make it seem like your self-worth depends on it. Regularly asking if she still likes you or if she's upset, as well as saying sorry for little things or changing your ideas to fit hers, can show signs of insecurity. A strong relationship is based on shared respect, which often comes from a person's confidence. The important thing is to worry less about what she thinks and more about staying sure of yourself. This doesn't mean to be rude or dismissive. It means to act with confidence. If she pulls away, don't chase after her. If there's disrespect, you can either talk about it or walk away, which shows that you respect yourself. Confidence is not about showing off how valuable you are. It's about genuinely believing in yourself. When someone truly believes in themselves, it shows in what they do, and others can feel it right away. This positive energy attracts people, creates respect, and enhances attractiveness. When someone stops seeking approval from others, the relationship changes. It becomes one of mutual respect instead of control or trying to prove something. When someone avoids conflict too much, it can create misunderstandings and others will notice. If you ignore problems just to maintain peace, it might seem like you lack confidence. Relationships need equal respect. If one person often gives in to pressure, it can upset the balance between them. Some people think that always agreeing and avoiding conflicts will make a relationship stronger. However, that's not really true. A strong relationship is built on honesty, effective communication, and knowing when to set limits. Some behaviors show a fear of conflict. These include ignoring disrespect instead of addressing it, saying it's fine when it's not, letting the other person make choices without sharing your concerns, and holding back your thoughts to avoid upsetting them. These acts can result in being unhealthy. A strong person doesn't look for trouble, but they also don't back down if someone crosses a boundary. It's important to express your feelings clearly and quietly. Strong conversation isn't about shouting or being overly emotional. It's about confidently setting limits. It's important to understand that people often try boundaries in relationships. If an individual perceives that they can breach a boundary without facing any repercussions, they may continue to push those boundaries. This can lead to a situation where one person feels uncomfortable. A person who always avoids conflict may feel anger and frustration build up over time. Healthy relationships need both people to feel listened to and respected. This means it's important to speak up when needed. While many say they want a charming partner, what they really appreciate is someone confident in their beliefs and ready to tackle problems when they arise. A friendship where both people are honest and understand each other is much more satisfying than one where they avoid issues. The main idea is to stop being afraid of possible losses. If standing up for yourself drives someone away, it shows that your relationship wasn't strong from the start. You should never give up your self-respect to keep a link. Being confident in dealing with conflict doesn't mean being pushy. It's about staying cool, being straightforward, and being strong in your beliefs. People admire those who stick to their values and express themselves clearly. When someone faces problems with confidence, it actually makes their relationship stronger instead of weaker. Confidence and respect are important, and they work together. Keeping both is crucial for any strong relationship. Many people unintentionally hurt their relationships by putting in too much effort too quickly. They spend their time, energy, and feelings on someone before a strong bond has formed. Often they don't realize how this might look to others. Instead of building attraction, they might appear too eager or too available, making them seem easy to replace. Building real relationships takes time, and respect is gained by finding balance, not by giving too much. When someone puts in too much effort and gets little in return, it can show that they value the other person more than themselves. Healthy relationships depend on both people putting in effort. If only one person does all the work, the balance is disrupted. Attraction grows from mutual interest and respect, not from desperation. While attention and generosity are nice, they are more valuable when given in moderation. If someone gets too much attention too quickly, they might enjoy it at first, but not appreciate it later. Relationships work best when both people feel valued and contribute equally. It's important to let the relationship develop at a comfortable pace rather than giving everything at once. By matching each other's level of interest and effort, both people stay engaged. When both contribute to building the relationship, it becomes stronger and more meaningful. Keeping your self-respect and letting the relationship grow at a natural speed helps both partners feel appreciated and involved. This balance is key to a strong partnership. There is always a natural power in any relationship. The person who is in charge sets the mood when someone feels unsure about their choices. Often that person takes control, which can create an unfair situation. One person makes the decisions while the other just goes along with it. Although it might be easier to let the other person lead, always giving up control can result in losing respect in the long run. Many people unknowingly change the balance in their relationships by letting the other person decide how often they meet, how they communicate, and what behavior is acceptable. They adjust their schedule and energy to fit the other person's needs instead of staying true to themselves. This can cause them to become more of a follower than an equal partner. Healthy relationships should be based on mutual respect. When one person takes charge all the time, the attraction and admiration can lessen. There are small ways this imbalance shows, like always letting the other person choose when and where to meet or controlling the conversations. Giving up the ability to make decisions in every situation or allowing others to manipulate your feelings to avoid arguments can lead to a harmful situation. You should be proactive and adaptable. Apologizing too much just to avoid conflict can show that you lack confidence. People often push limits to understand how strong others are. If someone starts off confident but then loses control, others notice it. While having more power might seem attractive, it usually causes anger instead of happiness. To keep a relationship balanced, it's important to stay true to your values and believe in yourself. This doesn't mean being pushy or controlling. It means knowing what you want and making decisions confidently. Building stability through confidence is essential for fostering trust and respect. Instead of changing completely to fit someone else's life, it's better to keep your own goals and invite them into your world. Take the lead in making plans together. Making decisions and keeping personal limits is essential for a healthy relationship. If someone tries to dominate the situation, staying strong without needing approval or giving in to pressure helps keep things fair. Having confidence and self-assurance is important. Gaining and keeping respect is important for building a strong, ongoing relationship. Emotional control is a key quality for anyone in a relationship. When a person reacts quickly with anger, frustration, or insecurity, it can create instability. On the other hand, those who stay calm during difficult times earn respect and create a sense of security. This steady presence is important for building strong connections. Many people think that showing all their emotions will create closer relationships. They believe that sharing their complaints helps. Reacting strongly to situations or always needing reassurance can make someone more relatable. However, it often has the opposite effect. When a person can't control their feelings, it shows a lack of control, which can cause others to doubt their ability to handle tough situations. People who get frustrated easily, feel very jealous, or get upset quickly might not notice that these reactions make them look unsure and unsteady. There are different ways that emotional responses can show up. Emotions can manifest as feelings of upset when plans change, making small differences into big fights. If you always complain about life or let someone else's feelings affect your own, it shows emotional instability. When emotions control you, it gives others the power to influence what happens. Some people might try this by not responding to texts. Flirting with others or making certain comments to see how someone reacts can show if they are easily defensive, needy, or upset. If they respond this way, it suggests they might not be very reliable. Emotional control, not mindless reaction, creates a strong presence. People who stay calm show that they can manage themselves no matter what happens. When things go wrong, they deal with it thoughtfully instead of letting their feelings take over. They don't chase after those who distance themselves and don't let outside events affect their self-confidence. This steadiness builds trust and makes others feel safe around them. The key to being emotionally strong is learning to control your feelings. Taking a moment to think before reacting, looking at the bigger picture and not letting outside influences control our feelings can help us feel more in control. When faced with challenges, responding with patience and confidence rather than acting on impulse builds respect. Staying calm no matter what happens shows real strength. Placing someone on a pedestal is one of the fastest ways to lose their respect, especially when a person perceives themselves as more important than their personal goals. Self-respect and individuality are important. When someone seems too needy for approval, others may view them as weak. Confident individuals with a clear purpose and self-awareness tend to attract others. Many people make the mistake of idolizing their partners, thinking they can do no wrong. They may always agree with them, accept disrespect, and put their partner's needs before their own, all to keep the relationship going. While this attention might feel nice at first, it can become overwhelming. No one wants to feel responsible for making someone else happy. Being overly needy creates an imbalance, making the relationship feel unhealthy instead of equal. Someone who is obsessed with their partner tends to see them as perfect. They are running after them, constantly seeking approval and reassurance. They are always available, overly generous with compliments, and willing to sacrifice their own interests just to keep their partner happy. But instead of strengthening the relationship, this behavior has the opposite effect. It makes them seem replaceable, as if their only value comes from pleasing someone else. Attraction is built on admiration, and admiration comes from confidence and independence, not from blind devotion. True strength comes from having a life outside of a relationship. A healthy dynamic is built when both individuals have their own ambitions, goals, and personal growth. No one should be the center of someone else's world. Instead, a relationship should be an addition to an already fulfilling life. When someone is constantly trying to prove their worth, they send the message that they don't see themselves as valuable, and if they don't see their own worth, their partner won't either. The key to maintaining respect is to focus on personal growth and self-worth. Instead of seeking validation, focus on building a fulfilling life, one that is exciting with or without a relationship. When someone has their own purpose, they naturally become more attractive. They move from wanting others' praise to living for themselves. They attract people not because they are desperate for attention, but because they exhibit confidence and self-respect. One of the fastest ways to destroy attraction is to tolerate disrespect. When someone learns they can mistreat you without facing any consequences, they will start to lose respect for you. Attraction cannot exist without respect. Without desire, the relationship loses its spark and falls apart. Many people wrongly ignore or excuse disrespect because they're afraid of confrontation or rejection. They believe that speaking up for themselves will drive the other person away, so they choose to stay quiet, hoping things will improve on their own. However, this often makes the situation worse. When someone realizes they can break boundaries without consequences, they often try to go even further. Disrespect can manifest in various forms, such as abrupt cancellations of plans, subtle insults, or failure to respond to messages. If we don't address this behavior, it can deteriorate over time. Some individuals tolerate feelings of embarrassment, disregard for their boundaries, or emotional manipulation. When they do this, they suggest that their feelings and self-worth aren't important. Strong individuals don't accept disrespect. They don't need to argue, beg, or threaten to get treated well. They just walk away from those who don't respect them. They set clear boundaries and enforce them. If someone crosses the line once, they address it, and if it happens again, they leave the situation. There's no need for drama or lengthy explanations. Actions are more important than words. This doesn't mean being cruel or controlling. It means standing firm. A person who values themselves doesn't spend time trying to get others to respect them. They automatically gain respect. To earn respect, you need to set high standards from the beginning and not accept anything less. If someone disrespects you often, the best thing to do is walk away. Don't argue or try to explain, just move on. When people see that you're willing to leave instead of putting up with bad treatment, they will either change how they act or lose your company. In both cases, you come out ahead. Dysphoria attraction. Women instinctively test guys, and if you fail, they lose respect. Being too agreeable, mentally unstable, or accepting bad behavior can make you seem weak. A strong man maintains his integrity and does not seek approval from others. Stop putting women before your own goals. Focus on creating a life that inspires you. Set clear limits and stick to them. Don't be afraid to walk away from situations that don't serve you. Value yourself first, and others will respect you too. If you want to improve your life, take these steps. Join my Podium community for more insights and exclusive access to my course. The first 20 men get a special deal. The link is in the text.